Hey YouTube, what's going on? We're back with 376 of My Hero. It's been a couple of weeks. I'm off by a day too. It's Monday instead of Sunday. But yeah, there was the last time this was supposed to come out, there was an unexpected break. Hopefully Toya is okay. Hopefully nothing bad happened. So we had that. Last time we were here, if I remember correctly, we saw Toga twice come through the Kurogiri portal. That's where we ended, but it was basically showing us how we got to this point, or how we got to that point of them showing up. But then we could see that Sue and Ochaco worked together so that they could follow her through the Kurogiri portal. And now Toga is on the same battlefield as All For One, Dabi, because Dabi got teleported there too. So she's on the same battlefield as All For One, Dabi, Endeavor, Hawks, Tokoyami, Jiro, and now Ochaco is there as well as all of the other heroes that were fighting under them, because this was mostly a sky battle that we were partaking in. So let's see where 376 takes us. Let's move over. Straight over there. Oh, snap. It's been a minute since we've gotten one of these spreads. This was 4-year. This was either 3-year or 4-year anniversary of My Hero that we got, like that fantasy ending thing. They used it for did they use it for one of the endings of My Hero? I don't remember, but they definitely used it. I know they made it units in Ultra Impact, the gacha game. They made all of these fictional characters like summonable units you can pull for. It's pretty cool. You got Bakugo, Deku, you have Kirishima, you have Hawks up there, you have Ochaco, you have you have Shoto. There's like dragon accessories on his ear. You got Aizawa, we have Endeavor, we have, why am I blanking on everyone's name? Oh my gosh, oh my goodness. Kaminari. Kaminari and Ida. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, 376. We're still following. What's up, Cyber? How are you? On Knife's Edge. Okay. Zoom in. Oh, Sue was able to go through too? I thought Sue just slingshotted her, but she must have never let go. Okay. We still haven't had our chat about romance. I remember wondering if this was just Ochaco using this conversation to get to Toga so that she could take her down, or did she genuinely care? Ochaco's a kind enough girl that she would genuinely care. But still, it's a different person doing the lettering. Alright. All the can't take a hint. That's right. Toga's like fully, like she's completed her villain arc. Like she's not on the fence anymore. I have to remember that she's full-fledged. Like she's not, she doesn't have wavering emotions in her heart. She's not second guessing anything. She's fully committed. I'm not some blushing schoolgirl in love anymore. You got that, hero? Ouch! Scott. Ouch! Hot. Fall back for now. Get behind my earthen wall. All right, Pixie Bob putting in work. This is why we didn't want him here, right? This is exactly why we didn't want him on the battlefield. Again? Really? I can't spread my spores with all this fire, shroom. Get those tied up villains out of here. Right? Not that I know why. Get those tied up villains out of here, or else they'll burn to a crisp. Yeah, Dabi doesn't care. Not just Kurogiri. Dabi's here too. I hope Todoroki and Shoji are okay. I hope nothing bad happens to these two girls. It'd be tragic. Oh, Tokuyami and Jiro. You're having floppy. Okay. Tsukuyomi earphone jack. Yep. Hero names. The battle is doomed to devolve into chaos. Oh no, Kyoka, her ear jack got messed up. I count myself lucky that this is all the Demon Lord took from me. Since the Twice army came out of the same warp gate as you two, I'm guessing that's actually Toga. All of Japan will be buried unless we stop her. But Dabi's raging heat is far too fierce. Toga keeps multiplying despite the fire, so all we can do is flee. That's where you have the benefit of these clones. This is no proper battle anymore. Oh, this is crazy. This is no proper battle, not anymore. The strategy to divide and conquer has failed. Yes, it has. Those flames on his chest, is that the phosphor move Shoto mentioned? Yes, it is. Because he definitely said to Shoto, oh, you can do it. I can do it too. Toya, what did you do to Shoto? Frenzied flame. He's the frenzied flame. If that's not what everyone's calling him, that's what I'm calling him. He's been that for me since when? I want to say I've been calling him the frenzied flame. If not outwardly, inwardly in my brain. When was that? Just with the last fight with Shoto, or was it whenever he revealed? I was hoping. I can't remember, if I'm being honest. I was hoping to bring you his head, but he was a tough cookie. Now my grand dream will never come true. But at the very least, is he gonna say something like I'll kill you with like a move that he created or something? I don't know. But at the very least, I'll take as much as I can. Whatever you hold dear, whatever you try to protect, and all for one. Oh boy. The wind now blows my way. Cascading chains of events. They're all working in my favor. Kurogiri probably warped himself to Tomura's location. Optimally, I would have obtained that long-range warp quirk for myself, since it's superior to my imperfect sludge warp. Not that it matters, I'll ride this wave of chaos. And get myself, oh, he's taking off. Get myself to Tomura, he's taking off. Oh, okay, Hawks. Oh no, he hit him back. Hawks tried to jump in, and he hit him back. Oh, Hawks. You should face up to Bubaigawara's dying wish. We know that the rewind effect puts you on a timer, but you sure seem in an awful hurry, pal. What? Don't you have faith in Shigaraki and that perfect body of yours? You can't get into if anyone could get into a war of words with All For One, it's Hawks. Hawks is very slick with his tongue too. But All For One has the gift of gab. He is the #1 talker in this entire series. He gets the jaw in and he'll get under anybody's skin. So disconcerting. Let me continue. In the truest sense, that body is not yet complete. There's a reason why this version of me is still essential. This chapter's short, man. This chapter was short. Endeavor. The divide and conquer plan is a bust. Our allies can't battle in this nasty heat. And if we fall here, the villains are going to converge on Deku and Tomura. We already think there are people converging on them anyways. Please put a stop to Toya. Such a cruel command for that one-armed, half-conscious fella. As you so nicely put it, defeating me post-haste is his mission. Here, excuse me. Yet you tell him to abandon his duty. That's enough bullcrap out of you. After all, you already lost once to our number one. He ain't abandoning his any duty. And All For One's like splitting hairs, I see. Splitting hairs. Duty. This time around, I'm really seeing you. Damn. Ah, that hits. That definitely hits. That definitely hits, man. Chapter was short, man. That chapter was short. Ah, it was a good one though. It was a good chapter, but it was short. I hope Hori is fine. Like whenever like we get like these short chapters and then those short chapters end up turning into a week break for like an unexpected week break. I hope he's fine. I hope he's okay. I hope nothing bad is happening. I hope like if he's sick, he's recovering. I hope, because this was 11 pages. If you want to count 11, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, technically 9. All For One's gonna do Shiggy the fusion dance. Probably. This is technically 9. They count this first page with my hero on it as a page, and then they are counting. Let me count again. 1. So if I count this one, this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Where are they getting 11 from? Oh, this. I'm an idiot. The color spread. That's where they get that from. So if I'm not counting the color spread and I'm not counting this blank page, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 pages. Yeah, I just hope he's like, there's probably a degree of overwork. I just hope that he's, if he's sick, he gets better. If things are rough, that he can clear that schedule up. I really do hope it. Because real quick, how long was 375? Like 375 didn't feel, 375 was like, okay, like 17 pages, 15 pages. 374? How long was that one? Chapters have not been long recently. They have not been. I hope he's fine. See you, Cyber. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I just hope he's cool. I do. 376. I like this chapter though. Let me look at these panels. I already spent time looking at this. So we know that the battlefields are converged. We know that you have All For One, you have Endeavor, you have Hawks, you have Dabi, you have Toga, and all the Twices. We have all the other heroes that were here as well. Tokoyami, Ijiro, Ochaco, Sue. They're now here in the battlefield as well. This feels like the outside of the UA battlefield. This battlefield has a lot of heavy players on it, right? I can see Endeavor dying for us to get this final panel, right? For us to get this final panel with him being like, I'm seeing you. And I just reread through the Hellish Todoroki family again a couple of days ago, and like just looking at those pages and how once Toya started to like burn and like hurt himself, he just stopped looking at him like I like everything I wanted to entrust to you, I can't entrust to you anymore, and it drove Toya crazy, right? It drove him crazy. It absolutely drove him crazy. So for Endeavor to finally be like essentially come full circle to have another chance with his son, even though his son is the frenzied flame. But for him to be like, I know what I need to do. I will do what I should have done. Right? If I would have just done this before, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be going through this. So I'm going to do this now. I like that. I really do like that. I really do like that. Yeah, All For One was out here running through chicks, right? Not like All For One, like he was running through them. Like with this, he got the suit on. He's a handsome guy. He's running. He's probably going through Japan. There's no telling. There's no telling. And he's slick with his words. He's got a slick tongue. Oh my goodness. There's no way he do whatever he wanted to. He did do whatever he wanted to. Oh yeah, man. But okay, so let me keep going. So we had this. I'm curious about this. I mentioned it before, but I am curious about this. Is this Ochaco being genuine? Because we know like she wears her heart on her sleeve. She wears her heart on her sleeve. So is she being like truthful about like having this chat and feeling like bad? And we know that she thought about the like that toga interaction from her conversation that she had with Deku before this battle kicked off, when they were standing at the edge of UA looking out at the city. We know that she's thought about this, but is she being genuine, or is she gonna use this to try to stop Toga? Like, that's what I'm definitely curious about that. I definitely am. There's too much anime. The last episode changed something. That's crazy. Endeavor's gonna watch Dabi. That's I like that. Like Endeavor's gonna like die with him, so that he'll always be with him. Like it technically started with those two, so why not end with those two? Like this whole thing, it spiraled out of control because of the relationship, the lack of relationship between Endeavor and Toya. So for it to like end with the two of them both going out at the same time, I would like that. That would poetically fit to me. From all of the villains, Toga's probably going to be yeah, I think so. I could see like some Kylo Renish stuff happening with Toga, in the sense of her she was forced into feeling the way that she did because her parents wanted to keep up appearances. They suppressed her, so she just had an outburst with her quirk, and she was forced into like just this. How do I explain it? She was like, the way she thinks is partly on herself, but it's partly on everyone else, right? So you could so if like the right person, I do think if the right person said the right thing to her and showed the right affection to her and was able to satiate the feeling with her quirk or whatever, there's a chance for her. I don't know, in the terms of being redeemed, that she could just be free. She's done too much to be free. Like, regardless, she's done too much. She, in my opinion, she either has to go or she has to sit in a jail cell for a really long time, because no one has, like, you can't use the Aoyama argument with Toga. She wasn't swindled into killing all of these people. She did that. She definitely did that. This wasn't an Aoyama situation. So I don't think there's like, we could just pardon Toga because, oh, she was just a troubled girl. No. Like, you killed people because you wanted to kill people. But I do feel like if an Ochaco gets through to her, or if a Deku gets through to her, or something along the lines of that, I can't think of any more people that could get through to her. If they were, you might be able to get her into a mind space where she's not so erratic and crazy and psychotic. Possibly, I do think that's the case. I don't think she'll get redeemed. She's the most likely to escape the entire thing while going to jail. Yeah, she's a master of disguise, so she could dip off. She could go anywhere in the world and just keep herself hidden, pretty much. Right? She could keep herself hidden. But she's the most likely. She has the most life to live out of all of the League of Villains. She has the most life to live. She's the youngest. All right, so we have this is crazy. You have Dobby's flames just going out of control. You have the she's gonna be Harley Quinn, possibly. That's a good call. Yeah, Harley Quinn type character. You have the wall of Twices. You have not Endeavor, Dobby's flames. Dobby doesn't care about anything. Toga's Twice doesn't really care about anything. You technically have like two calamities being unleashed upon this battlefield. You do? All right. Like, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm looking at this panel down here, right? I'm assuming. We know that it's raining, and we can see Dobby and the flames that are coming off of him. And we can see all of these Twices. Is this little hazy thing, is that just the land that the Twices haven't inhabited? Or is this just more like from like Dobby, possibly? I don't know. I had to see the touch. She did touch. Check back up with Jiro. You have to remember that Endeavor doesn't have an arm anymore. I wonder if he's going to conjure another Fire Fist. Bakugo looks to have a scar on his stomach. Did he? I didn't investigate too much. No, it's on his chest. It's on his chest. Yeah, he looks like Luffy. Yeah, because this is his abs right here. Yeah, it's covering his entire chest. Literally, his whole chest is covered. Literally, like quite literally, his entire chest is covered. It's like Luffy. He's like Luffy. I really didn't like look too deep because I'm like, Endeavor still has both of his arms, kinda. Hawks has like regular wings. Like everyone else looked pretty like the same, so I didn't really take a look at Bakugo. Which is confirmation that he's gonna live. Yeah, he lives. Which makes the chapter where he died completely pointless. We already yes, I'm still salty. We established it. We knew. Alright, where I lead off? Leave off. Alright. Is there anything to be taken from this? I don't know what technique he's using. Maybe if I read Vigilantes, I might know. But he's flying. But we knew he could fly before. But it's never looked like this. All for One is the smartest, dumbest person. He has so many plans because he knows they're going to fail. I think he has so many plans because he knows, because all of his all of his plans rely on other people. Like almost all of them rely on other people. So it's like, I can't trust any of y'all. If I can use you, I'm going to use you. But you're probably going to fold. So if you fold, I can't just be left out. I got to have another plan. But I'm pretty sure you're going to fold too. So I need to have another plan. And you're my third, so you might definitely fold. So it's like it's like all of his plans, because he got so hurt, relied on so many other people. Yeah, it's a fatal flaw. It's his fatal flaw. It's his fatal flaw that I'm glad that we understand it, though. I'm glad that this isn't something. I'm glad we're not angry at him for not doing this. Like, we know he talks too much. We know these things. So it's just like, All For One's just gonna do All For One. He's doing All For One things. I think he might. He's gonna be the cause of his own downfall, though. 100%. Because his mind is so one track right now. Because he's just like, I need to get to Shigaraki. I have to get to him. We need to get close. And I feel like he's gonna screw himself in thinking that way. Yeah, like if he talks too damn much. And he just loves the talk. Any chance he gets to talk, he goes straight into he's just talking trash every single time. Every single time, every single encounter that we have with him. Like, we didn't even, like, when Deku ran up to that mountain mansion, and All For One left a message where he just babbled. He's just talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. Which is crazy, because time is a critical factor for him right now. Right. It's like he feels like everything is just going to work. So like, yeah, I need to make haste, but they're nothing to me. So I'll get there when I get there. Even though I need to get there now, I'll get there when I get there. I can't wait to see what happens with him. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I do, as I was saying, if anyone could beat in All For One in a battle of like words, Hawks is clever enough, and he definitely pissed them off. He definitely pissed them off. He definitely did. He's like, you're splitting hairs. Definitely got under his skin just a little bit, just enough. I wonder how this next chapter is gonna go, man. The Viz said 11 days. So look at the calendar. This would be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's gonna be on a Friday. It's gonna be on a Friday. We could do that. That works. Clear. Yeah. This is a good chapter. I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. Short, but if it's short because he's sick or something, I don't care. I'm trying to like take any more looks at this. Because we have the scar, but I'm trying to see if there's anything else that could connect him to Edgeshot, and I don't see anything really that in this design. This is the fantasy design, but I don't see anything that like connects it to Edgeshot really. Maybe this on the sword possibly. Kind of looks like Edgeshot just a little bit. I don't know. Or he's making it so the fights aren't happening in daylight because he knows Bones is going to use the bluest of blues. Almost every My Hero fight happens in broad daylight because good guys always act in the daytime. Like tropish stuff. It's usually like the vigilantes and the villains that move at night. So heroes always make their attack during broad daylight. Mad generic. Mad generic. I like that majority of the second half of this season is going to be at nighttime. I do like what? No. The beginning of it is going to be during the daytime. So right now, where are we at? Right now we're going to be doing Hellish Hell. This is going to be the same day. This episode should be Tartarus too, right? This episode should be Tartarus. The next episode coming up should either be like the start of Tartarus, or it is. So Tartarus should be happening this upcoming episode. It should be the chapter where everyone gets rushed to the hospital. The Ochaco panel where she's looking and she has like that shocked face looking at all the destruction. That it should be the start of Tartarus too. We should get the conversation with the Nomus and Shigaraki and Shigaraki like informing them that they're gonna make their move. Yeah, we're close. We're really close. We are really close. We are really close. So I don't think all of Tartarus will be next week, even though it's possible that you can do all of Tartarus next week. And then after that, so episode 14 should be the Hellish Todoroki Family Part 3. So that's Rei showing up at the hospital, and then we're going into the full backstory, and that should take up episode 14 and 15, the end of 14, and move almost. It should be all of 15 possibly, or the first 3/4 of 15. And then once we do the Hellish Todoroki family, we then, if I'm remembering correctly, we have the conversation with the Vestiges, and Nana. That's when you get the conversation where Nana. I was thinking that as well, because, and unless they move quickly through these conversations, I don't know if you can get to Star. You might end the season with Stain, but I feel like every season has ended with something like hype happening, and ending with Stain would be cool, but it wouldn't be hype. I feel like ending with the Star stuff would be the best way to go, because you could do the entire Star thing in one episode. It's 5 chapters. You could do it in one episode. It's possible. You could end an episode starting it, and then the next episode ends it, literally. You show a Star at the end of 24, like the last 2 minutes of 24, you show Star flying in, and then the end of 25, she's dying. You can literally do that. It's 5 chapters, and it's a fight. So, 15 should be the Hellish Todoroki flashback. 16 should be the Vestige conversation, and then it should be Deku waking up, and then the conversations. It should start. 16 should start the end, like all the apologies to society. It should be that. If I'm not mistaken, 16 could end with Deku on the rooftop leaving. I want to say 16 can end with that. You can end 16 with that. And if it's not 16, it's 17. But I think 16, you can end with Deku on the roof. And then 17 is the muscular fight. But if you can't do it in 16, it's definitely 17. It's no further than 17. And then the Nagant stuff is going to take you, all the Nagant and Deku running around and all that stuff is carrying you to the end of the season. The last 2 episodes should be Deku versus Class 1A. But if you want to cram some stuff together, which I don't mind because it's a lot of talking. If you want to cram some stuff together and squeeze the Star stuff in, because the Star stuff happens as soon as Deku gives up and they take him in, the Star stuff instantly starts. It's the second half of that chapter. Like it kicks off. So if you wanted to squeeze it in, I wouldn't mind it. I think it would be the best choice to squeeze Star in at the end of the season. It would be the best choice. Starting off next season with Star would literally suck. She would be in the first episode, and that's it. Literally in episode. That would suck. So I would try my damnedest to squeeze her in to into the end of this season. I would. Because I think a lot of these talking episodes and stuff, like all that stuff could get compacted, man. Squeeze that junk down. Squeeze it down. Squeeze it down. I just hope it looks cool, man. Right? I just hope it looks cool. I would like that. I would like more Dark Deku stuff. I would like more Dark Deku stuff. Will they do it? I don't think so. If you end on Uraraka's speech, make two anime. I could see this season ending on her. I could see it ending on her speech. I could see it ending on the stain stuff. I could see it ending on the Star stuff. I can see either of them happening. Any one of those threes I can see happening. Preferable, end on Star. Secondly, give me more Dark Deku. Thirdly, I don't think ending on the stain stuff would be a good idea. I think that would be like the ultimate tease. Because what do you do for what's his face? The credits. Tease Star? I feel like I don't know if teasing Star would be a good idea. That just glitched out, right? I'll call it right here. I don't know if teasing Star would be a cool thing. Because anytime the anime has done one of these like post credits last episode teaser things, it was a huge focus. I don't think teasing Star at the end of the season, like you're gonna have all the anime onlys being like she was in it for it. Like, granted, her impact carries until now. In the story, but it literally would be like, dude, we waited a year and a half for what? And for this chick to be here for an episode and die. Granted, what she did was cool, but like what? So it's like I don't know if teasing Star is a cool thing. I would tease. What the hell would you tease? I don't even know what you would tease. I have no idea what you would tease. Tease the traitor. You could tease the traitor. I can't think of. I wouldn't tease Star. I would squeeze Star into the season. She's 5 chapters. 5 chapters, and it's all fighting. 5 chapters. That's one episode. That's one episode. What, episode 4 this season was 5 chapters. The Star thing can be one. It could be one chapter. One episode, not chapter. One episode. It could be one episode. They can do it. They can do it. I wouldn't tease her. That, because I'm thinking from an anime only standpoint, I would be a little like, you got like, because you're gonna. So what they're gonna do is you're gonna have like if you tease Star, you're gonna tease Star and then have people wait a year and a half for Star. And then you're going to have all the manga fans being like, she's incredible, she's great, blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh, you're going to love her. And then the anime onlys are going to start next season and she's going to be dead at the end of episode 1. And everyone's going to be like, what the hell was that? What are you guys gassing this chick up for? She's dead. You're going to have, I would just squeeze her into this season. Just like how we did in Endeavor and Hawks versus Hood. I would do the same thing. Just squeeze her in. End of episode 24, she's flying in. 25, she fights. It's the best looking thing of the whole season, and she dies. That's what it should be. And then, because at that point, when you start next season, and you see the ramifications of what Star did, then you're thinking about Star after that. Like, damn, this chick really put in work, instead of just being like, oh yeah, this chick put in work, blah 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 blah. It would be, I think it would benefit more if you squeezed her in this season. I think they're gonna do that. I think, yeah, people being happy about her coming, and then she's dying in the first. That's literally what will happen. If they do the same thing they did with season 6, she would die in the second episode. Like they'd spend the first half with some crazy with some flashback thing, and then halfway through the episode they start the Star stuff, and then she dies halfway through the second episode. And then the second half of that episode is like watching All For One Shigaraki run away from her, and then cutting back to the students and that week break that we get. People are gonna be like, dude, what? I know I would possibly, there's a chance I could be like that. Hell, there were the manga readers felt that way whenever she ended up dying. They're like, dude, we just got to know her. We just figured out who the United States #1 hero was, and you kill her? Not even in, it wasn't even a volume. It's half a volume. Done her off. So that's gonna be magnified. That's gonna be totally magnified for the anime. So I squeeze her in. Make episode 25 just be her, and you end the episode like you mentioned before. You end the episode with the scene with the panel from 334 with Bakugo, Deku, and Shoto looking after getting the news that she's gone and all that stuff, and looking towards the future. And that panel, that's what you do. Would Bones make another movie before season 7? Most likely. They haven't released the movie in a year. They're itching. They're itching to make a movie. I'm genuinely surprised that they haven't announced one. If they made a Dark Deku movie, if they made a Dark Deku movie, get the traitor stuff at the end of this season. Do all the traitor stuff at the end of this season. Squeeze it all. I don't. If you give us a Dark Deku movie, squeeze it all in. But I don't know. We're at the point where if we're each movie coincides with events that are happening in the manga, so you can squeeze it in. You can squeeze it in. So it's like, it would make sense. You can't squeeze anything into the war. The war was like, this war fight was one day. We can't do anything, like we can't do before this battle, because we technically already did that with World Heroes mission. The only logical thing that makes sense would be the time skip from April to June. So we skipped over May, that month he left. Right? I want to say that month, like we skipped time, or I don't remember. I need to reread that part. But I don't know. The only thing that would make sense would be Dark Deku content for a movie. You literally, unless they made the movie earlier, like they'd be like, okay, this takes place during this point of the story, and it fills in some weird gap that we can't key in. Otherwise, it should be Dark Deku stuff. Otherwise, it would be. My honest opinion, what they should do, I think so. I think it would be cool. I think it would be cool just to do the Dark Deku stuff. I think they would wait to see how well the Dark Deku arc does. Because My Hero sells because it's the glitz and the glamour and the bright and the happy. Would you want a My Hero movie of darkness? We would. But would the populace, would everyone want that? I think they would want to wait back to hear on how ratings are and all that stuff and everything on this upcoming core 2 of season 6 to see if they would do that. That's my guess. But with the anime, what I would do, because I don't see the anime making it out of 2023. I think the anime is going to end at the end of this year. Yeah, I would say not the anime, the manga, excuse me. I would say the manga ends back half of this year. So after like June, it can end post June, I would say. Be done by the end of the year. Which, if that were the case, thinking of like chapters and thinking of everything, you would have roughly 2 seasons worth of content. Right? There's 2 seasons worth of content left. Like if you like even, because right now we're not even done with season 7. This stuff that's happening right now is like episode 18, 19, 20-ish, I want to say, of episode 7 of season 7. So we're not even at the end of season 7, what we're currently reading. So I would say we have 2 seasons left. I would, if this were me, if I were in control of this, it's 2023. Season 6 is going to end in April of this year. I wouldn't come back with season 7 until winter 2025. So it's ending 2023. I would skip all of 2024, and I would come back January of 2025. So it would be how much we would be a year and a half away from season 6. And then that would literally run until summertime. Season 7 will run until summer. So it would end at the start of summer. And then I would come back because I would want the last season of My Hero to be the best looking it could possibly be. I would that would be 2020. It would be June of 2025 that My Hero would have ended. So the rest of 2025 off. I'm not coming back in 2026. I'm not coming back at the top of 2027 either. I'm coming back fall of 2027. And then My Hero would finish in April of 2028. That's what I would do. That's what I would do for the anime. I would have it finish in 2020. It's a long time from now. But I would want, instead of giving a year of production time, I would want to give a year and a half of production time for these last 2 seasons, because there's some stuff in these last 2 seasons that I want to see done really well. And I don't feel like hearing the internet's mouth like we've been hearing about the most minute things about this 6th season. So that's what I would do. And that's not to account that they might try to squeeze a movie or 2 in there. So there's definitely going to be at least 1 movie before the series ends, the anime ends. I would bank on 2 or 3 movies before it ends. By 2028, I would bank on them trying to capitalize as much as possible. I wouldn't mind 2 movies. I don't want no movies. But if you wanted to give us a movie, a Dark Deku movie would be nice. I don't know what else you could do, because nothing that's happening post this battle we just finished in the anime is play. Nothing is play no more. You can't have the fun and all that stuff. That stuff it tonally doesn't really work. So it's like it would have to be like really serious movies. And you would just have to see how the public is feeling about the series in order to move forward with them. So I would just hold off on movies altogether. It could be 1 full season, then 13 episode season. I think two full 25 episode seasons. Now, the second one has been around 35 chapters after the traitor stuff. So 11 episodes already. The trader stuff would be like 3 or 4 episodes. Yeah, we're nowhere near done with what this fighting is. Nowhere near done with it. I think you could do two full seasons of 25. I do think so. All right, I'm gonna call it here. I wanted to end 10 minutes ago, but I didn't. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Who's making it to chapter 500? So 124 more. 124 more chapters. That's 2 years, give or take. That's more than 2 years. So that means My Hero wouldn't be ending until 2025, 2026, because you know he's gonna go on break. I don't know. It could, it's possible. Just where things are right now, I don't know. I don't see it going that far. What I'm really mentally preparing is for us to get the My Hero's ending and we make it to 400. 400. Not 500, 400. Chapter 400. I'm mentally preparing for that because chapter 400 takes us to like April or May of this year. I'm mentally preparing for the My Hero has 10 chapters left. I don't want it to, right? But I'm mentally preparing for that because I do think you could 24 chapters, depending on how fast this Dabi and Endeavor stuff happens, and if All for One could get to the Shigaraki battlefield, you could start closing a lot of these chapters. Not all the time. Not all the time. That's a luxury. Not all the time. I wanna. It's a big series. I wanna say with Bleach, they told us 10 chapters, right? For Bleach, they were like, Bleach is ending in 10 chapters. Like I want to say that was the case for Bleach. For Tokyo Ghoul, I feel like there wasn't a lot of time between the end of the announcement of Bleach and then the end of Bleach. I want to say it was like 10 chapters. I want to say with Tokyo Ghoul, it might have been 10. It could have been 5. It could have been 5. I don't remember. I want to say it could have been 10 for both. People are dum-dums. People are dum-dums. Right? People are dum-dums. It's only because Hori said that. If Hori wouldn't have never said, it's kind of like it's the placebo effect. Like if I give you something and I'm telling you that it's for this that's wrong with you, and you believe that it's for this that's wrong with you, your brain, and if it's not like this dire circumstance, your brain will trick yourself like, oh, it's for that, and then that issue will go away. It's like Hori's like, the manga's ending soon. Now everything is rushed. Nothing is good enough, etc., 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 etc. All that stuff. But if he never would have said that, people would have been like, oh, I can't wait. Stuff like that. So, whatever. To each their own. But I'm going to call it here. Thank you guys. Got a long day, so I don't want to be too long-winded. Right now, I'm about to watch The Witch from Mercury, so Gundam. If you're interested in that, hang around in the Discord. If people that are in the Discord, hang around. But for my Hero peeps, we won't be here next Sunday, but we will be here not this Friday, the following Friday. So so thank you guys. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and have a good one. Peace out.